Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Grand Arena. My last video, Grand Arena, was entitled The Swan Song of Set 6, which is true. It is the last Grand Arena match I played in the 5v5 season. However, I do have a, let's call it a bonus match for you, because I was able to record the middle match of the round on my phone and put it together to review after the fact. My opponent for this round, I'm in the game right now, was Laci Baci of In-Car Patrol, and that's probably the best guild in the game. 12.5 million, just as big of an account as the one I had out Friday, wherever that was for you. But 2 videos ago, 1 match ago from this, and you know, just a Goliath roster, of course, just like another one. Not as like full like crazy whale, because I left the bad characters gear 12 at least, and some of these have lower relics. Farm Boy doesn't have any relics, just it's gear 13, but has all the stuff. Has every new character, Sirajunda included. Unlock like Boomer. That was his name. I'm trying to think of it. But got Third Sister. Well, the Omicrons, R9, plenty of R9s. I mean, this whole first screen is R9s too. I gotta scroll a little bit to get to some R8s. But just fully locked and loaded. I think they do have to put on a lot of Territorial War Omicrons. Got the Admiral Trench one, but it seems like a pretty big whale or Kraken, most likely. Datacrons, they already started disassembling their set 6, but set 7, plenty to go. And for set 8, guys, Conquest hasn't even started yet. And this is how many Datacrons they have. It's actually kind of easy to get some level 9s as far as data cache, but because when you dismantle set 6, you get tons of data cache. But the level 2 and level 3 upgrade mats are very hard to come by. It takes a long time. So plenty of spending going on in this account, and it is quite a challenge. All right, and the first battle is Aphra versus Jabba. I didn't pan the full walls, but I will after this match, or I did, so I can look at that. But we're pretty used to this by now. When I get the chance with the Aphra Datacron, use her against Jabba. So I was happy to see Jabba on the front wall. Got the Omicron on Chrysanthemum. Would be tough to deal with without this Aphra Datacron, and I'm not looking forward to next 5v5 without it, because that'll pose plenty of challenges, along with lots of other things to account for. Just spread the debuffs there. It's like I don't even know what decisions you'd make in this matchup to like lose it. Probably should have just used the armor shred there, but I was trying to save it to do the finishing blow on Chrysanthemum. And when I recorded this match, it was all kind of like spread out and just when I could, because my wife and I had to fly out of an airport far away from us, and we stopped at my parents' house to drop off Gus. And when there were breaks from talking and doing different stuff, I'd get some battles in, so that's what happened here. We had our 000 go down here, which I was kind of worried, but then got him right back and started to knock down Jabba, just like dominoes. And yeah, so still cleaning Jabba's clock here. He's got probably like 50% ultimate, which was kind of worrisome. Here you just want to use the big hit, because that really does ramp a lot. So, and since Chrysanthemum wasn't taunting, I was just gonna go straight for Jabba, because Chrysanthemum doesn't. He has doubt, so he's not gonna gain buffs, and he's not much of a threat at all. And just a matter of working the fatty down and trying to get as much banners back as I could. I was hoping to have him survive here, and get to another heal. Just couldn't quite do it. But in the end, still 73. Now we get a look at the wall. My opponent did not attack at all. First we got Gas, Sortie, Dash, and Ray was the last one there. Let me move here so you can see. CLS, Malgus, and Raddus. So Raddus I'm not used to seeing on the front wall, or at least the bottom front wall. and that's kind of tough. So, or that's actually a blessing. But this CLS team, based on everything what I thought I was going to see, I was worried about what I had available. I didn't have Nine Sister with me, but so I tried this Inquisitor's thing because I had beefed up my Grand Inquisitor and figured, okay, he can survive those hits now. Well, they go right at second, knock her out, and now I'm a man down, and it's already not looking great. So my mission changed to, I mean, I still thought it was a possibility to win here, so I wanted to keep going as much as I can. Try to take out Chewbacca first. If I could, I wanted to take out 1 or 2 characters, and it was looking good here. I mean, 5 stacks of Purge on Chewie, and I just decided to use basic there, just take him out for safety. And then I'm thinking, hey, I might be able to do it. Go for 3PO and Chewie, but he counterattacks all the time and gets protection up, and then they start getting their turns, and they're just ripping through. It's okay, Grand Inquisitor's down. I'm blinded. Okay, they're all going down. So, and I was just like, I'm not sure what to do here. I ran Iden, and that Datacron that you saw, it was kind of brief, but had 232% defense, which is why I picked it. And that is very important here because that attack didn't do much as it normally would. And it just really helps with the survivability. And I also brought in 2 tanks for safety. I wasn't going to run a standard Imperial Trooper team, so I brought in range to help with the assists. And that's a good idea too. So they're going pretty hard on me, but I was still just taking the hits, or short is just like a champ. And then I wanted to dispel that protection up, and I figured I wanted to go for 3PO and Chewie first, but it was kind of tough because he counterattacks, and he just gets protection up, which makes it really challenging. So I wanted to get a mass swarm AoE, but there it was prudent to cleanse everything and get that super buff up. That's going to help everything. It's just so much stuff, so much damage and survivability. And I just attacked C-3PO there because I didn't want to go after 3PO and Chewie, and I didn't want to get countered by CLS or Han. So this is what I was waiting for. So AoE is going to dispel and stun. Can't be resisted by rebels. And then we get a few shots at him without the counterattacks, which is exactly the opportunity I was looking for. And it didn't get him down because had got the protection up there. So I'm kind of worried. I'm like, am I going to get through this? He's in the red, but I just can't finish him off. It's just so durable. So here we go. Dispel, got it off, and assist. So range, important to have. That kill wouldn't happen without range. And it's all downhill from here. It's way easy to take them out after that without 3PO and Chewie. They don't have the protection up. They don't have the assists all the time. And yeah, it's just inevitable. So sweet. There we go. That's a great cleanup. 44 banners. The other banner I had gotten last time from killing Chewbacca. And moving on here. Using Bad Batch versus Raddus. Because I wanted to save my bounty hunters. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to see. And they've got a lot of armor and resistance penetration there for the team. And I'm not in the habit of using Bad Batch versus Raddus because a long time ago, or a while ago, I ran it and actually lost. I'm one of the few people that probably loses, but there's just, I don't know, kind of a lot to be scared about. But I took it in knowing the math favored using Bad Batch here and saving some other teams for other spots, not knowing what's on the back wall. And, it's going pretty good here, looking pretty smooth. It didn't stun Jin. But otherwise, Ras is going down pretty quickly. He's so close. You never know if he's going to pull something off and come out of nowhere. Got him down. And I was like, ooh, I can't get Jin. But the AoE true damage took care of it. And K2 is not going to do much all on his own. So just finishing it off here. And hoping he doesn't just get to pop any of the exposes. This was one of the smoother ones, but he is just so tanky, so durable. He gains 1% protection every time he gets hit, so that's why you keep seeing protection bar there. A full 65. Perfect. And then this is what, you know, I didn't love to do, but that, if you saw that datacron there, they have 50 plus 50% protection and tons of crit damage. I'm not messing around with that Malgus, so I bring in Sith Eternal and Watt, as is pretty common for me. Either that or like Supreme Leader Kylo and Night Sisters. And this one is just kind of slow. So we're just gonna have to sit through it. Let me try to see if I can speed it up actually. Alright, so I just familiarize myself with the hotkeys for speeding it up and speeding it down so I don't have to fiddle around in the options after this. Let me expand this. So yeah, just speeding it up here because it's a pretty ho-hum match. Sith Eternal versus Malgus is safe, but it is boring and it takes a long time. Watt does not survive, as per usual. And just slowly getting that ultimate up until we pop it. And then cooking. And put it back to normal speed. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be speeding up and speeding down. But yeah, just trying to take them out. And it's just always annoying to me at the end here, trying to take characters out with Sith Eternal Emperor. Because, yes, I'm going to get to fry Malik and Darth Revan, but not Bastila. And he just does so little damage on them. Like against JMK, when I had that other match, I mean, I don't know if it was just because it was Jedi. Like, Sith Eternal was doing like 100k on basics, and it's modded the exact same. I guess that's just because of how survivable Malgus is, combined with targeting a Jedi. But it's just a slat fight here, and I just put it on auto. And finished it. So yeah, 65. And we get to look at the back, and what do you love to see more than Reva and Lord Vader? A tough Lord Vader, too. So I just went straight for Reva, bit the bullet. I didn't have Watt anymore, so I couldn't try Maul. I don't know, Maul might have been fine here, or was it the Dispel Datacron? If it was the Dispel Datacron, he would not have been fine. And Treo's not working either. I think it was the Dispel. So this was pretty much my only option, JMK. Which is why I saved him. I wouldn't have a big reason to use JMK on the front wall anyway, but this is always such a scary team to face. And they're pretty fast. Like that was 362 on GI. Very well modded team. You gotta have great mods to be in call. Heath Brothers got good damage. And yeah, just gonna try to do it like I did last match, but doing it as my first option this time. And yeah, there they go. We got full purge. Put the damage immunity on GK. Let him keep going. They're dispelling, but he keeps getting the taunt back. Just because the rest of my team is losing protection up, and that's when he gains taunt. So yeah, this is always going to be dicey and kind of like, I don't know, just not cringe, but kind of cringe. Just like, dodging. To this point, still not got much going for us at all. I do have half ult on JMK. And I forget if I popped it or not. No. I was deciding what to do here. And I ended up cleansing Ahsoka. And as you see, because JMK is the cleanser, it still didn't give it to her. Technically, by the way it's written, I think Ahsoka should get deathmarked there. Padme did get deathmarked here. But as you can see, she kind of hangs in there like a champ. And I don't think she... so I pulled it just to get extra survivability. And with all my target dodging, I just took out Grand Inquisitor first. I didn't know I'd be able to do that going into it. Look, watch this hit. Boom, that was 150k from Ahsoka, and then the assist killed. That was crazy damage. So I have the no revive on Ahsoka, but since I need her to do the kill on Reva, and she still hasn't had her ult yet, I was able to pretty much take out this whole team. I got Death Mark all over the place now. Finally pull it on the Titan herself, and finish them off, 61. Don't like dropping banners, but what you gonna do? And this is Supreme Leader Kylo versus Lord Vader. This is still a tough lineup. It's only one tank, but that's a pretty tanky Lord Vader. 243,000 protection, R9 Maul, R9 Royal Guard, R9 Thrawn, and then Canderous to help them out. And I have no Watt to work with, which is never what you want. But Maul is so stupid here, and he chose to zone in on Zombie, even though Zombie didn't taunt. So that was very fortunate. That was just such a lucky outcome. And I just really want Armor to take a turn. She's got 3 stacks of Beskar armor, but he's already got like 60% ultimate charge. And I went here for the cleanse because I just wanted, instead of the poke, I wanted to do the poke, but I wanted Zombie to taunt. And I probably didn't need that to happen. I probably could have just done the poke because I'm not charging any mastery there. But I got 3 stacks of Beskar, and that's better than having Watt. If you can get that off, it's just as good. So there, I finally have some Siphon on him. I can charge. I really should have done that first. But since Lord Vader just only killed Zombie, that revive can't be prevented. And oh, I just got scared right there. But what happened right there is my screen recording cut off. And that's because I was at my parents' and everyone had gone to bed. My wife was in the shower or taking a shower or something, or she wasn't in yet. And she called me. She didn't know what I was trying to record. She called me to ask me to get her something. And it interrupted my recording and paused it, and then I just hung up. I hit hung up and started to record again. She called again and cut that off. I didn't show that 1 second one, but I ran down the hall and I was like, no, stop calling. So she really loved that. But I was like, well, what can I do for you? And she told me what she needed, and I was like, okay, I'll get that in a sec. But I was really panicking because I lost like 25 seconds here, and this is a timeout risk team. And I was just like, oh no, did it drop? But it didn't drop. And now we just got Supreme Leader Kylo all by his lonesome against this full team. 100 stacks of Siphon, and just going to start taking them out. Maul spends his entire soul on a Supreme Leader Kylo, an ultimate that can't be hurt, and got himself injured on death's door for me. And there, I probably shouldn't have been trying to just window shop who to steal mastery from. I should have just spammed it there. So I lost a few seconds. But got a little bit of charge up, and I wanted to attack someone else to get crits, but I got the 1 crit on Royal Guard and the extra hit. So I got full ultimate. And this is the 3 stacks of Beskar armor working for you. And yeah, so I'm trying to get to my ultimate again. I'm fractured, but when he stays fractured, even while in ult. But now just, yeah, Siphon Fest. I was kind of surprised I hadn't killed the Thrawn or Canderous yet, but their Canderous just went down. And Lord Vader's at a couple ultimates now, which is worrisome. I didn't care about the dispelling of his buffs while I was an ultimate. I just wanted the extra Siphon. But his damage is getting up there, so that's a good sign. But he's run out of protection. Thorn's still alive, not anymore. But the counterattacks really help. If I had just 2 stacks of Beskar ingot or Beskar armor, not gonna cut it. We get in the ult and just start swiping. And this is just the showdown where it's the timeout risk. So I don't know if I should have just been siphoning here or what. Or trying to do basics or something. The basics are going to do the most damage. Siphon's going to increase my physical damage. And there's a couple ways you can take him out here. You can whittle him down slowly without critting. Or you could let him somehow get back up to full health. Like, he healed a lot there. Even after all the time I spent getting him down. He's in the green too. I got 45 seconds left. I'm like, what the heck do I do? I poked him here, but I regretted it. I should have just been doing basics. But now I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to spam basics. I think I did enough siphon for now. There were 3 attacks in a row. Getting the counter attacks. Threw it on auto. Just because I'm fine with whatever at that point. And took him out with like 20 seconds left. So the call interruption did not cost me. But still got a tricky defense to face. This Ray team, let me show it again. This Ray team is one of the best, if not the best defensive team in the whole game, with Zori and Cal. And the way my opponent modded this is insane. Tons of extra health from the Datacron. The Jedi Triangle Ray was crazy. The Zori's crazy fast. Pretty dang durable too. This JKR has 184k health. Like just bananas. Has the crit chance, crit avoidance level 6 too, which is the best and what I'm always worried about. So my only hope was to use Jabba. I was going to use Jabba anyway, but this is what I wanted to do, and I used the ability block one with the, what did I use? The offense up buffs or the tank revive. It just got a little bit different stats. Pick that one. That's the one I usually go with. Extra health, crit avoidance, and such. But this is a tricky match. I learned from Kin in my last video with him that you want to put buff immunity on Zori here because he had this exact same matchup. Because otherwise she's going to stealth. So I'm kind of glad I did that. Because I think she would have cleansed Ray anyway. But this is just an annoying... Like, Ray's under stealth. Cal is propping up the team. I don't even fully understand his kit, but I know he's propping up the team and giving, like, protection up in some way or another. So hitting Ray here is just very helpful with that ability block. You're going to make sure she just does basics unless someone cleanses her. Or she does an ult, which doesn't count as a special ability. Just stacking tons of thermals there, but I hadn't... And she just lost her inspiration, but I wasn't able to take it away fully for a while because they have 100% crit avoid, and you need to crit them. When she's in ultimate, I was just like, I don't know where to attack or not. Alright, I got the something in my throat. So yeah, I just started hitting Cal, and I was just like, I'm trying to spread thermal detonators on everyone. But my first target for an ultimate is Cal, since he's causing so many problems. And I got a lot of debuffs on me right now, and just not happy about that. I didn't want to pull the bombs, and I probably should. There's a time later I pulled them and I shouldn't have either. But at this point, okay, we got rid of Cal. I'm fine with using the bombs there. Embo's gone, so we're 4 on 5, and that's because I have a really poorly modded Embo. I never used him before. And yeah, I have him modded for more protection, so he is a little bit more survivable, which is good for this. But yeah, it really hurts not having him for the rest of this match. The next target I want to get rid of is Zori. As you see, I'm not getting rid of any of it inspired, so she's probably charging up a lot. There, I got rid of it. And then just try to work on Ben. which maybe I shouldn't have. I think I get a lot of thermals on him. Getting around to Jabba. One more turn I could have just used it on Zori. I kind of wish I had been able to do that because it would be quicker and I could start recharging. But yeah, I've got ability block Rey. Take out Zori. So the two newer characters are gone. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have blown that up. That put Ben in damage immunity and made him ready to go down. And it's not terrible yet, but or maybe that's not the bomb detonator I shouldn't have done. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done it because he's gonna blow up soon and give instant defeat immunity to everyone, which is a big problem. And I think Ken had told me not to do that too, or he said he did that and he shouldn't have, but I also had forgotten. And it's weird. It's like, okay, I'm almost close to Jabba getting his ultimate right before that. If I just didn't pull that, I would have been able to take out Ben. But as it was, he came back and, you know, put instant defeat immunity on everyone, so I can't do the ultimate, at least not for a kill. I could do it for healing people up. And I get stuck with it for a little while, which is frustrating because this team has like a 20% win rate, or like only 20% of the time do you win against them. So I was just hoping I get around to another ultimate here. I wasted some time thinking there, and I just used it on her anyway, which was dumb. It didn't accomplish anything. Because maybe JTR would have got a turn and I could have done it. No, she still had it. So, like, I wasn't going to get to take anyone out. Probably should have found, like, a strategic time to, like, stop. But I didn't. I was really busy again at this point. So I got distracted. But, yeah. Draw. Could have been a win. But for my mistakes, if I just used a basic instead of special, I'd win. So, and that led to some issues. General Skywalker, which would be an easy win on probably any of the remaining teams, but instead I had to use him to do this Rey cleanup. Because Rey, Ben, and JTR, even though Ben is in low health, is not like a Geonosian cleanup. You need to make sure you bring something good to handle it, or you're gonna regret it. But even so, I still thought there was a chance this could go wrong. But gas is definitely, I think it was the right play here. I checked again, 51% health, 80% tenacity almost. But just going straight at Rey is the play here. Definitely what you should be doing. And yeah, I just need to get out of ultimate. Trying to get rid of Inspired, but it doesn't work because she couldn't be crit. And I don't think I paid attention here. Or no, I thought I used the aerial advantage on JTR, but I didn't. So that was lucky. No one had triggered a whirlwind condition there. I try here, but she dodged. She's got tons of evasion. That's another thing I worried about for any kind of cleanup is JTR is going to stack her evasion through the roof. But Rey's getting close to ultimate again. I don't want her to have another ultimate. But she definitely got it. Still really annoying. And they're stacking more mastery because they're inspired and I can't crit them. So, why gas is going to help with JTRs because he's got attack. His basic can't be avoided. He's reduced their max health. And when someone dodges, Echo does damage to them. So, I smell the blood in the water here. Rey about to go down. There she does. But JTR dodges everything. And even though she's dodging most of General Skywalker's attacks, she still gets her max health reduced, and it's going to get reduced into oblivion. And then she's going to go down. But not before Gas does. And yeah, just almost done. Yep, there it is. So without that gas, it made for some difficult math on the rest of the wall. That sortie team has 270% armor penetration. Got a good bit of health, very fast. This is a good sortie team. L3, they're all R7, all the light side droids. This L3 is very survivable. But I got Maul Mandalorians, just a full armament, and I figured this should be fine. Like, I think that he can chew through the damage. We get the first turn because my Candos is just too slow. He does not have a lot of good speed mods. And then they are off to the races. I definitely want to protect Canderous there, heal him up. And a Mandalorian besides Maul's taunting the whole time, but he's not looking so great himself, and I'm not getting tons of turns. I probably should have just started using the shout ability there to just cycle through some turns and probably get some kills. But I wanted to get all 5 stacks, and therein was the problem. That was a very big hit from sortie. I can't put damage immunity on Maul, and sooner or later they're going to do an AoE. I do my AoE there, but Maul doesn't have Frenzy anymore. I got the daze there, but here's the AoE from R2, and he's not quite down there. He's down. So I don't know, modded differently, this could have worked, but I had to just bail out and don't want to take that loss. And this is not against sortie, but I just wanted to try to take out another team because I was reeling from all the possibilities. This is the Hondo Datacron, or a Hondo Datacron team. I'm trying out this Fennec match that I did a while ago, and I thought I lost because the dash was too slow. And this is quite a fast dash. It was like 360 or something, and I was like, oh, maybe I can beat this. I had some misplays here. If I had just done Boss Lead, I think I could have won this. Because there's contract conditions I would have hit in this match that I didn't hit just because I need cleanses. So if I was trying to hit the weakest, I could have done it by now. But what I was going for was I thought Dash would what did I think he'd do? I thought he would do his AoE like that, and I'd be able to recover or heal, but it did way too much damage. And yeah, that could have gone better even just with Boss Lead. So there's another problem. I lost Bosk, and I still have a dash to contend with. Not sure how I'm going to do it. But I go back to sortie for a second, and I think, okay, I can take out General Skywalker with JML and just not super crazy Jedi. So I took JKR with JKL and Jolie and Bastila, and then Juhani there, of course, hoping I could get through. But this is still a tough match. It's a lot tougher than I thought. So I don't know what I did here. Yeah, stun. Sortie is probably a good move. But I got all that battle meditation there. So it's going to help me counter. And I really just want to mark sortie and take her down with... so she dispel her buffs. So she doesn't have the spare parts anymore. Just take her out and we're good. But they're a very fast team. And when they gain buffs, they recover health, but she doesn't have buffs now. She's just very tanky there. I think that might have been L3's Zeta coming in or something. But sortie didn't quite finish her off, and I'm like, okay, just hurry up, let me get back to her. But she's stealth now, which is another problem. And BB-8's taunting and he counters and does all this stuff. And she AoEs and then T3 AoEs. I've used Savior. Got a man down. Got Bastila down. So a heal. And I still do not believe that this can end any way but a win. As this is going on. But they're just spamming... what is it? Illuminated Destiny. And Luke is hitting. He's hitting hard as he can, but he's got offense down, and that sort of is tanky. So I got the stun. That's good, but they got another stealth. They're just crazy fast. And then Revan goes down, and Julie's on cooldown. So I try to funnel basics to him, or try to get him to use his basic, which will reset his cooldowns. And try to get Revan back. But Jolie's pretty slow. He's not a very spry old man. Coming back to it. Coming back. And I think I'm going to get the revive. But then they just go on a tear. They spam everyone. And R2 stuns him. And that is it. I had to force quit. So at this point, Sorty's taken out two great teams, and I am kind of in a pickle. Yeah, so after that match, I was just like, okay, forget these side teams. I need to just take out who I know I need to take out with a Galactic Legend. I'm going to go for General Skywalker. Or actually, I had JML and I had Starkiller. So the question I was trying to determine is, who do I use JML against, and who do I use Starkiller against? I thought I could take out Dash or Sortie without, and that didn't work out. So I was like, forget it. I'll just take out a couple teams with these good teams, and then figure out what I want to do after that, or try to Zerg someone down. And this is always going to be a pretty easy matchup. You can avoid all the armor because it doesn't stop JML's damage, and you can just, I don't know, just blitz through him pretty fast. I had a lot of resistance penetration on my Datacron. I didn't use the ultimate there because I want to use it in case I needed a cleanse. Yeah, I just get a little extra foresight there. Oh. Oh. Yeah, not too much to say here. You just spam the ability on Hoda, because Hoda's going to heal everyone. So that was the thought there. I was glad he got up and didn't have his AoE, but he did. Oh, I made a mistake here. I put Kyle Katarn in because I didn't think Mon Mothma would be of any use anyway, and I didn't have Cardoon anyway. But he might have been able to help out with one of the battles, because I did use Mon Mothma at some point, and I kind of wished I had him. But there's Gas down for 64. I've already dropped battles. Dropped 2 battles on Sortie, and dropped 1 on Dash. So I decided to use Starkiller on Dash. There's also Santa in the back, which I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do against her. I don't have Bad Batch, and I'm just low on teams. So the top of my roster you saw on the left, there's not too much there. I've pretty much expended all the teams I normally use. But bring Starkiller in here, and I'm worried that Hondo is going to have some kind of shenanigans. But I don't think he had the Omicron on Hondo, which was helpful. And I can, yeah, no Omicron. And I wanted to get Shock on Hondo and hit his stagger. But yeah, now it's just time to go after Bandor, get the buffs off. I'm just waiting for, I don't know, someone to go crazy in a second and just kill me. Because I've been scared by Hondo as well, here and there. But they're all kind of contained. Even when Dash gets a turn, he's ability blocked. Still, I've managed their turn meter very well. This Vander is very tanky, R8. I just wanted to hit the stagger there on Hondo. and take him out, or he can do anything, because that Datacron is a menace. Dash is gone. Now I'm going to get Queel, and it's just, okay, this was a pretty smooth match. When you do something like this, and you see where you're going to get to eventually, you kind of wish you could have done that in the first place. But I had problems, and I thought I could solve them by just taking out Dash with Bounty Hunters. So at this point, now I just need to find something to Zerg down Sortie. And I realized, okay, I have my full normal First Order team. Maybe I can get some kills, because I do a lot of damage. They're pretty fast. I got Foresight there for survivability. And I just used that to get rid of the taunt there. Even though I knew it wasn't going to kill anyone, or I wasn't going to kill L3. And I just, like, she's taunting now, which I'm glad. I probably, could have avoided doing the Dispel. I did the AoE to try and kill her. I wish I had just done the stone on L3, because then I could have just kept targeting BB-8 to get a kill. The aim is to get a kill on someone else, then spare parts is going to go away, and then you either try to kill Sortie or kill someone else while there's no spare parts. So try to take out someone. And does that also help reduce turn meter for next time? So I went in this not thinking I was really going to get a win. I just want to make progress on Sortie for later. So yeah, L3 is getting low there. She taunts again. But this team is holding up pretty well. Surviving for what I consider to be a glass cannon team. Hey, we did crap because he had offense down and crit chance down. But I'm like, oh, okay. I got a chance to kill someone here. Sortie hasn't got, but okay. She went again. So spare parts is back up on everybody. So annoying. And almost have Huck's dead. Not feeling good about this at all. So I got him down once, and then I had that full send, so I was like, okay, I'm taking BB-8 out. So he is not coming back. I don't know how the rest of the match is going to go, but at least I got someone down, and it helps for later. But they are still pretty resilient. BB-8, once he gets his Illuminated Destiny off, is a pain, but otherwise he's not doing too much after the very beginning. And they just run around, and then they AoE everyone, and I am dead. So I'm just really at the end of my rope. And here's the Mon Mothma match. I was telling you I wish I had Kyle Katarn. Biggs was actually fine here, but Wedge is kind of crappy. So if I had Kyle Katarn instead of Wedge, this would go better than it does. But I actually get a lot of stuff in, because Biggs, he gets hit. If he gets crit, he gets 100% turn meter. So this is, I feel good about this. He's like, they hit him and then he gets to go. I still have the turn meter, some of the turn meter train elements with POW and Hoth Rebel Scout. And once I can summon the G.I. Joe, I can Dispel on L3 and start going for weaker characters like R2. And that's what I'm doing. But I don't have enough damage fast enough to get through people at the rate I need them to. So Kyle Katarn would have helped a ton here. That was my misstep. And he really didn't do anything in the JML match either. So use that. I was trying to, I don't know, I probably shouldn't use that ability there. But I think it was actually pretty late at this point. Like, my wife was asleep, I was asleep. We had to I wasn't asleep. I was just lying in bed, like, doing these battles because we had a long drive in the morning, and I was like, man, like, okay, I can't get past this Sortie. Should I just stop? I actually let that get to a defeat there, which, I don't know if the turn meter situation was better or worse than the other one. But next Zerg team is Geos. Geos, they ramp up, they get a lot of damage, they assist all the time, they're dispelling a lot of buffs, they do a lot of good things. So I think this is a real possibility to get through. And I'm actually going to speed it up because it's a pretty long battle. But if I can, I want to hit T3 and kill him because he's the weakest and he's giving them a lot of offense. And I got him down there. Couldn't target him, and I just pulled the big hit with Spy. I did that there on Sorry, trying to get Stagger on her, but it didn't work. And I'm trying to keep her ability blocked. And there we go again. Got T3 down again. And just trying to get that kill while the spare parts are off. I'm getting there, and there. T3 is down. So I'm like, okay, yes, T3's down. It's 3 on 5. I'm good to go. But that AoE from R2 did a lot. And I think, I don't know when the AoE from Sorty's coming, but I know that'll hit pretty hard. But it's, it's going well. I'm spreading the attacks. Sunfac being stunned here was killer. Because that's the Dispel. I couldn't get away from L3. If Sunfac was there, I would have dispelled that right then. Go right over to R2. And get more kills faster. But L3 is just so persistent, keeps taunting. Then R2 does a smoke screen. There's just so much stuff going on here. So that's why this match is all about perseverance, because you gotta just keep trying. This is my 4th, 5th battle against this team, and I've never spent this much time on any team and gotten through them. So I just think of it as pretty much hopeless. And they didn't end up getting the kill on me, but it's getting to a timeout. I was hoping towards the end there I could get a kill on Sorty herself, because if I stacked up enough buffs, and then I had pulled it there and it wasn't enough. So maybe I should have just, or probably should have just gone for R2 in the meantime, and maybe I'd be able to get him out. But again, pretty distracted, pretty tired. I'm just wondering if I should go to bed or not, because it was kind of exhausting doing these. But I did not want to give up. And this is actually the 6th battle. This is a wonky Imperial Trooper Empire team, because I set Piet and Dark Trooper on defense, and I had already used Range Trooper. So Moff Gideon is to help nerf damage, and Thrawn, optimally I want to fracture Sorty so she can't gain any protection up, and then I can kill her that way. So there they got demoralized. Reduce their turn meter, get all my support units 100% protection up, which is important. We need that for survivability. And what I need to do here, I'm never going to get through Sorty like that. Tarkin I had here just to reduce their damage some and reduce their turn meter, which he does a pretty good job of doing. They reduced R2's turn meter. So I want to just kill R2, then R2 come back, and then kill R2 again. And yeah, here I killed him, or no, L3 kicked in and equalized. But Sorty would have taken a turn immediately again anyway. So I realized the only way through this is to go through L3. So keep her fractured. I think I pulled that again. And the turn meter situation wasn't bad, but I need the protection up because Sorty could still do her AoE and take someone out. And if I don't have the numbers anymore either, it's not looking good. But L3's still fractured. Finally get her down, which is good because it gets rid of spare parts. But it's bad because she's not fractured anymore, and she can gain turn meter, and she can taunt, and all this stuff. So I want to get back to fracture, and I want to fracture Sorty. But L3 is taunting. I still don't have fracture yet. I don't really have another way to dispel. So it's... Dang, my ankle hurts. So I'm just thinking, okay, this is another loss here. But I'll tell you, This is the one where I got through. I think it's... I don't know if I killed R2 or... I think I ended up getting L3 down. No, I think my approach was I wanted to get R2 and L3 down to very low health both. So that when one died, I could kill the other in short order. And I think I wanted to kill... Yeah, I wanted to kill R2 here and then make sure L3 is the one that stays down. Which is right here. Yep, there we go. Because she was causing all the problems. I can't get around that taunt. And Veer's here is weak. Just really worried about him dying or going down. But I need the fracture here on Sortie. That's what I got to work back around to. And I'm still not sure if it's going to end up well. But I know exactly what to do. And before this, I took a 5th character down, I took a 4th character down, and then got it down to 3. But once it's 3 on 5, you can kind of handle it. Even so, Veer's still on death's door. He is not looking fantastic. I guess Sortie can't lose turn meter there, which I hadn't been paying attention to when I actually did the match. But just need the fracture. I can't make any progress without it. But finally, when you get the fracture, then you're golden. But this still took so long. There's a minute 30 left. Just got her down with this random hodgepodge and barrel trooper team. And that's going to get me to the ships. So I've been thinking, okay, can't get past this Sortie. I don't know if I can even get past Santa. I'm going to have like 3 whole zones that just are empty. And I'm going to have the worst score I've ever had. It's going to be crazy but sad. And I still get kind of worried. I was like, am I not going to kill R2 in time? But I got him. Got him down. Ships are open. There's Executor on defense, but no Profundity. So ships aren't a massive task. And then there's just Sana here. And like pretty much the only like viable thing I had was Wampa. And I know Wampa, like I've seen plenty of people fail on my Sana with Wampa, and I don't even have a good one. This guy's got all R7, R8, and they have Retribution, and it's like, I don't know. They got the level 9 Datacron, but I just gave Wampa the best Datacron I could think of, and gave it a shot. So yeah, he's already getting low on health. I'm like, okay, it's bad, but then, okay. And I kind of misclicked there, but I got to another turn fast, so I was able to get this protection up. Then Rolo died. I think it was Rolo, right? Then they died, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna like work through them, but is Nest gonna be a problem? No, I guess I don't think so, because Nest is almost dead already. Yeah. Nest isn't a problem either. Santa's about to die from dots. Kara might come back a couple times, but yeah, this is over. And Wampa did it. Yeah, Wampa pulled it off for me, and it was by no means a guarantee. I could have died pretty quick there. And then just ships are the last leg. You know, with dropping however many battles I did, I think I dropped like 7 or 8 battles. Because I dropped against Dash, I dropped 5 battles on Sortie. Yeah, I dropped a lot of battles. But still want to do fleets as efficiently as possible. Got that kill on IG there. Very important. Very promising. But you can always still die here because they still did a lot of stuff there and got Outrider in almost dire straits. I got Cat Bane out, and at that point I feel pretty good. But I was just so happy to even be playing ships because I thought I was gonna have 3 uncleared zones. Instead, this is the last zone to clear, and don't even have to face a Profundity, which makes things much simpler. And I brought in Cassian because, I don't know, I wanted to dispel right away, I guess. Charge the ultimate fast. I probably should have, I don't know, maybe I should have gone Phantom. I forget if Cassie died here. Get that thing. Oh, yeah, I think Cassie does die. Or no. Yeah, I get the alt. I mean, every ship alive is important. Every character alive is important, so. And this will just finish it off. So there we go. Got the best fleet out of the way. And time for a Negotiator. We have the Executor. I didn't even look it up. I know it's the best match to do. It's all about Anakin. Hopefully get marked on him right away, but did not. Anyway, they still don't do the mass swarm. So that is quite favorable. I still can't get around to Anakin, which is not ideal. But now he's out of stealth, and now I can mark him. My headphones are getting low battery. I've been recording a lot today. I on vacation, or on a trip for a wedding, and my wife is doing bridal party stuff today, so I just have a lot of time to record and hopefully get some stuff for the remainder of the week while I am away from home. And there we go. Take out blow. And get the ultimate. And you know, I actually enjoy ships a lot more anywhere else but GAC and Profundity mirrors in Arena. Because in Arena, like, yeah, it's Fleet Arena, I just get stopped up on them and it's just an inconvenience. It's like if I lose, I gotta come back again at extra time during the day to climb. But I do enjoy fleets when it's going well like this, like when it's an easier match. But 74, great banners. If I'm losing, it's not because of that. And then the last one is something I don't often get to do, face a home one and just use an Imperial fleet. So just using kind of the best Empire ships I have left. I think I overdid it with too many reinforcements, but I wasn't too worried about it. I was like, I mean, I dropped so many banners. This guy's got an enormous account. He's not going to have any of the same problems that I had. And we'll see if that is true or not. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, we'll see if that's true or not. But Empire has like hard synergy against Rebels baked in, and since this is not Profundity, we can get plenty of turn meter. So I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a stomp. Yeah, I got them burning, and they're locked down, not going anywhere. Get my heal up, and I'm going to start just wrecking them with... Yeah, that's just dead. And I don't know what I was pausing for there, but yeah, take that out. 69, so dropped a few... And end score is 1738. You know, 2 less than when I beat that other big account. Show my defenses briefly. Treya, Rey, Sortie, and Dash. Down low. Up top, got CLS, Raddus, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Malgus. And in the back, I had pretty strong Lord Vader team. I had General Grievous and Santa. And now I'll show you the actual results. Or after, yeah, there's the fleets I had. And here we are with the results. And I was hoping I didn't look at this already and they would just like show the score going up. But I lost by 6. Only by 6. I thought I was going to get creamed. And this is another huge whale, Kraken, whatever. 12.5 million. And you know who they had problems on? Sortie. 4 battles on Sortie. It's not 6, but 4 ain't nothing, and that's on the front wall. So that was crazy. I mean, Dark Trooper, I don't know. I don't know if Dark Trooper's better than L3. I mean, L3 is like a staple, but that Dark Trooper thing really threw people for a loop. I mean, people don't set it, so they're not used to seeing it. Everything else there got taken care of. And, why is it being slow? Up top. Got a drop against Qui-Gon, another team I didn't think they'd have a problem with. And drop against Lord Vader. So that's that Grand Inquisitor weakened. Or the fact that my Grand Inquisitor didn't have Ninth Sister did help me somewhat on defense. And I think ships, whatever loads, I don't think they dropped anything on ships. Yeah, this was, I did scroll us for a second, but yeah, they just had one shot all the ships. But even though I lost, losing is inevitable, and I'm very happy with this outcome. Like, yeah, 6 banners, that's just like a coin toss. I don't know where I could have made that up. I made plenty of mistakes. But with Sortie, once I lost with the 2 first teams, which, man, I mean, that would have won it. Once I lost with the first 2 teams, it didn't matter how many tries it took. You get the same banners for if it takes 3 battles to get some down, or like 1,000,000. But yeah, that was a great match. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy the videos, I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys later.